now we come to the third part of the video. In the second part of the video, we have done with the notes for chapter 2 part 2. Alright, so in this third part of the video for today's asynchronous lecture, I start with the third part of the notes for chapter 2. Kalau you nampak kat sini, okay, part 3, we are going to discuss second order differential equation by completing second part of the lecture notes. Okay, exact value study. We have done all the three methods to solve for first order differential equation. So for the second order, for this third part of the asynchronous lecture today, saya just nak masuk yang ni je. Okay, second order homogeneous ODE. It won't take long, so please stay with me. Alright, okay. Alright, so introduction to second order differential equation. Saya rasa semua orang boleh faham kot, because I have explained to you before apa maksud order ni kan. Okay, and I repeat again, order ni maksudnya berapa kali dia differentiate. So for this one, second order, there you go, boleh nampak dalam equation ni we have y double prime. Okay, y double prime plus pxy prime plus qxy equals to rx. Rx ni dia akan determine, on your right hand side kita ada something else lagi. It will determine sama ada function equation kita is homogeneous or non-homogeneous. Kalau Rx ni sama dengan kosong, then we will have homogeneous equation. Kalau Rx ni tak sama dengan kosong, makna kata adalah function dia. For this example, katakanlah function dia adalah e to the power of minus x cos x, for example je ni. Okay, then it become non-homogeneous equation. Alright. And then tadi the highlighted here is linear. For your level, for this subject, Engineering Maths 2, we just consider for the linear cases. Apa maksud linear? Maknanya kita punya y double prime ni tak adalah complex for this example, ataupun y prime dia. For this example, katakanlah kita ada y double prime y ni, okay lagi lah. Okay, we have y prime square pula. Once you ada square kat sini, it's not linear anymore. Apa maksud y prime square? Maknanya dia y prime ni di square kan sekali lagi. Maknanya dia, what we have is dy dx square, something like this. Alright, so this is no more linear and this is not within our scope. Alright, so for your consideration now, we gonna, for your untuk subject ni, we consider only two cases, which are linear homogeneous and linear non-homogeneous. Okay, so by now hopefully semua orang boleh faham apa beza homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Very simple. Homogeneous on your right hand side is equals to 0. Non-homogeneous is you have a function on your right hand side. Okay, alright, so we're gonna begin with second order homogeneous. Alright, so for second order homogeneous differential equation, dia bagi tahu kalau you ada differential equation in this form, y double prime plus pxy prime plus qxy equals to 0, then its general solution is given by c1 y1x plus c2 y2, where C1 and C2 are arbitrary constants. Okay, very simple. Ini saya rasa many of you have learned before, right? And the solutions pula, dia kata ada dua solution, y1 and y2. For each y, kita introduce a constant, C1 and C2. Okay, so these two function y1 and y2 can be said to be the relation between y1 and y2 tu, the first solution and the second solution, or we can say f and g lah. Okay, they can be linearly dependent. Kalau linearly dependent ni, dia adalah constant multiple. Kalau fx equals to sin x, gx is 3 times sin x. So this is so called as linearly dependent. Okay, they just as constant multiple. Tapi kalau linearly independent, is neither a constant multiple. Dia tak ada kaitan, dia bukan kata hanya berapa kali je. Macam ni, fx is equal to x square, gx is equal to x. Maknanya kat sini x and x square dia bukan berapa kali. Okay, unless kalau kat sini fx equals to x square, then gx is equals to negative 10x square. Yes, this one kalau negative 10x square, dia become linearly dependent. Tapi for this case is not minus 10x square, but it's just x, so it's not constant multiple, then it become linearly independent. Untuk solution kita, dua solution yang kita dapat for our general solution to second order differential equation homogeneous ni, the two solution must be linearly independent. Okay, so class, you have to make sure your solution that you get for y1 and y2, they are not constant multiple to each of them. Okay, they are not constant multiple of the other. Maknanya kita tak boleh, kalau you dapat y1 equals to sin x, y2 equals to 3 sin x, both solutions are not the correct solution because they are constant multiple to each other. You have to make sure that the solution are linearly independent. Kalau macam ni betul. Okay, maknanya you dapat fx equals to x square as your y1 and your gx equals to x as your y2, then that will be fine. Alright, so that is the first rule. Make sure semua orang boleh digest lah yang ni. And then yang ni now we are going to discuss untuk dapatkan value of your we are on the way to find the solution for the second order homogeneous differential equation, yang mana yang tadi y equals to c1 y1 plus c2 y2 tadi kan. Now we are going to discuss on the step how to get the solution of this by looking at the second order homogeneous differential equation given to us. So for homogeneous differential equation that given to us, its general equations is y double prime plus p xy prime plus q xy equals to 0. So from here you boleh nampak kan, we have p xy ni, okay, we convert jadi b, qx jadi c. So this is in the form of in the next step, we convert this into auxiliary characteristic equation, ataupun nak senang kita panggil dia quadratic equation sajalah. Okay, double prime here represent the power of the quadratic equation kita. Berapa prime kita ada? So y double prime maknanya kuasa 2 a r square. Okay, a ni you will bring along. Okay, macam ni for this case, perkali bagi y double prime hanyalah 1. So a here will be, I regard this is 1. A is equals to 1. Okay, and then b y prime. Okay, b y prime jadi b r. Sebab y prime adalah kuasa 1. So satu je prime dia kan. Yang ni 2 prime dia, jadi arc kuasa 2. Y prime 1 je, maknanya dia adalah arc kuasa 1. And this one tak ada prime pun, maknanya for this case is r equals to 0. So for this case r equals to 0, that's why you dapat c je. Sebabnya c ni darab dengan r power of 0. When c darab dengan r power 0, you dapat c je lah. So from here you will get a r square plus b r plus c. So daripada sini, kenapa kita perlu tukar dia sebenarnya kepada auxiliary characteristic equation here? Because from here we are going to determine what are the roots or the value of r. Okay, because as I said, you regard this as quadratic equation. So there should be 2 roots lah, because r square ni kan. So to get the values, kalau you boleh factor, you can factor. But yang paling sure step dia untuk dapat r ni, kita guna the quadratic equation. R is equals to negative b plus b square minus 4ac over 2a, and satu lagi negative b minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, we are done. But sekarang ni untuk setakat ni, saya just you nak make sure you all tahu macam mana nak convert the equation from the second order homogeneous differential equation into its auxiliary equation. So kalau for example this one, 2y double prime plus 5y prime minus 3 equals to 0. So easily this one, it become apa? 2r square. Faham tak? Ni 2 ni. 2 maknanya 2 prime. So r jadi kuasa 2. And then plus with 5. Y prime ni 1 je prime. So r kuasa 1. Minus with 3. Y tak ada pun. Tak ada kuasa. So kuasa dia kosong. So r kuasa 0. R kuasa 0 is 1. So just tinggallah dia negatif 3 sahaja. Equals to 3. Minus 3 equals to 0. What about B? For B then it become apa? R square plus 9 plus 6 R lah. Okay. Plus 9 equals to 0. Siapa tak faham ni? Okay, cepat-cepatlah PM saya nanti. Okay, because this is very important to solve for second order differential equation. Respective dia adalah homogeneous ke non-homogeneous, yang ni memang sangat penting dan sangat senang sebenarnya. So, rugilah kalau you all tak dapat nak faham yang ni. Okay. Alright. So, done. Kita just stop kat sini je. Okay. Alright. So, maknanya kat sini, bila kita dah find the general solution, bila kita dah dapat kita dah convert it into its auxiliary equation where we have AR square plus BR plus C equals to 0, and we solve it using the quadratic equation, negative B plus minus square root of B square minus 4AC over 2A tu, our value of R, dia ada 3 different cases. Yang ni you all dah belajar dalam maths dulu kan. Okay, kalau you check, kalau you tak nak check ni pun sebenarnya tak ada masalah. Okay, B square minus 4AC, kalau you dapat more than 0, maknanya you dapat 2 roots. R1 and R2 are real and distinct. Okay, kalau R1 and R2 are real and distinct, the solution you for your value for the solution for your second order differential equation homogeneous ni, yx is equals to y1u adalah c1 e to the power of r1x plus c2 e to the power of r2x. Katakanlah you dapat b square minus 4ac sama dengan kosong, dan maknanya you ada only one root where r1 sama dengan r2 sama juga dengan r. So this is gonna be your solution. Your y1 is c1 e to the power of rx, your your y2 is c2 darab dengan x e to the power of rx, because r ni sama kan, dia tak boleh sama. In order to make sure y1 berbeza dengan y2, y2 ni kita darab dengan x, so they're not linearly dependent, they are linearly independent because of this x. Okay, alright. And then here pula, kalau yang ni, okay, b square minus 4ac less than 0, then r1 and r2 are complex numbers. Okay, are complex numbers where you punya value alpha plus minus I beta. Okay, nanti kita akan ada examples ni lepas ni. Okay, where dia punya answer dia, dia punya solution will be E power of alpha x times with c1 cos beta x. Okay, c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Okay, so kalau you dapat imaginary numbers lah. Okay, so sekarang ni let's get back to example 2 and kita cari root r tadi. Kita dah convert dia into auxiliary equation kan, and then kita kita cari solution for kita punya r. Tengok r kita tu jenis macam mana, and we decide which one is our general solution. Okay. Okay, so yang ni kan, this is our example 1 tadi kan. Okay, A tadi kita dah convert dia into auxiliary equation. Kita dapat 2r square plus 5R minus 3. So sama ada you nak guna the formula negative B plus minus square root of B square minus 4AC over 2A, ataupun you nak factorkan ni pun boleh juga. Saya rasa factor pun boleh ni. Senang je nak factor ni. Okay, kalau you try to factor. Okay. Kita dapat apa dia, 2R darab dengan something darab dengan R darab dengan something equals to 0. So 2R darab dengan apa? 3 kan? Okay, maknanya 3 tak ada dah. 1 dengan 3 je. Alright, 1 dan 3 kat mana? Okay, faktorkan lah. Macam you all memang dah expert dah benda ni. 2R ni 1 kat sini, saya try 3 kat sini. So you have 2R square. And then 2R darab dengan 3 dapat 6. Okay, sounds good. 6 untuk dapat 5 is so maknanya kita tambah kat sini, tolak kat sini kan. 2R minus 1 times with R tambah 3 equals to 0. So you have 2R square plus 6R minus R minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, maknanya kita dapat R kita kat sini is equals to half, 1 lagi equals to negative 3, right? So it seems that which one? Case number 1, 2 or number 3? Our R1 and R2 are real ke tak ni? Ada imaginary tak? Tak ada, right? So the solutions are real. Then maknanya kita punya solution, we're gonna use case number 1 where our value is C1 e to the power of half x plus with C2 e to the power of minus 3x. Senang kan? So we done with example 2A. Okay, A to regard to example 1 punya auxiliary equation lah. Now let's proceed to 2B. Untuk 2B we have R square plus 6R plus 9 equals to 0. Yang ni lagi senang. You can factor dia jadi R tambah 3 darab dengan R tambah 3 equals to 0. Betul tak? Okay, kalau you darab masuk, you will get R square plus 6R plus 9. So in this case, it refers to which case? Case number 1, case number 2 or case number 3? Because we just have only one root, which is negative 3, but this root is repeated twice. Okay, so maknanya jawapan or solution for second order homogeneous ODE for B will be y1 e to the power of negative 3x plus with C1 e to the power of negative 3x times with C2x e to the power of negative 3x. Right? Very simple. Okay. Okay, so basically that is the step to get the solution for second order homogeneous differential equation. Tapi for this case, kita dapat jawapan kita without knowing what's the value for C1 and C2. Kita tinggalkan jawapan kita dalam bentuk C1 and C2. Alright? Because there is no condition given to us so that yang mana yang membolehkan kita untuk dapatkan value C1 and C2. Alright, so kalau you tengok example 3, in my note saya tersilap ni, slide ni comes first. Okay, it's supposed to be after this slide. Okay, so this example 3, all this example 3A sampai E ni, we will solve. Okay, as you can see, this is homogeneous differential equation equals to 0, and given to you the condition. Okay, the condition here, the initial condition at 0, where x equals to 0, y0 equals to 0, y prime 0 equals to negative 7, and so on here. So we, by having this condition, we are able to find what's the value for C1 and C2. But to discuss this with KIV, we will discuss in our Google Meet class. So meaning to say, for today's asynchronous lecture, we have come to the end. Okay, so just make sure that you submit your classwork submission for the exact equation method first order differential equation. For example 3 here, we KIV in our Google Meet class. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum and bye bye.